Alabama football will take on the Texas A&M Aggies Saturday in a top 25 matchup for its home opener. The Crimson Tide are coming off a 38-19 win over Missouri, and the Aggies are coming off a close win over Vanderbilt. Touchdown Alabama's staff predicts how this game will play out. Stephen M. Smith, senior reporter, Alabama 45, Texas A&M 14. Key insight: in order for Texas A&M to keep the game close and have a shot to win, as if it does not have turnovers, Kellen Mond must play his best game at quarterback. For Alabama, its defense looks to improve upon its performance against Missouri. After being dominant in the first half, it struggled at times in the second half. Offensively, Steve Sarkisian will keep the playbook open for Mac Jones and company. The biggest matchup will be the Crimson Tide's offensive front versus TAMU's defensive front. Season record: 1-0. Other game predictions: Auburn over Georgia. Justin Smith, scouting, recruiting analyst, Alabama 35, Texas A&M 17. Key insight: Texas A&M will be up for the game against Alabama and will most likely look like a different team from last week. I expect Kellen Mond and the Aggies to test the younger members of Alabama's secondary early, which could lead to some early Aggies success. However, I do not think Texas A&M has the firepower to keep up with Alabama's offensive scoring pace, which is where Alabama will most likely create separation on the scoreboard. Alabama played relatively the same players throughout its first game. The Tide will more than likely play some new names this game. Season record: 1-0. Other games prediction: Georgia over Auburn. Patrick Dowd, Alabama beat reporter, Alabama 48, Texas A&M 28. Key insight: although the atmosphere in Bryant-Denny Stadium will be much different than years past, Alabama's high-powered offense should lead it to victory over Texas A&M. The Aggies' struggles on offense last week may very well bleed over into this game, which will bring trouble for Jimbo Fisher's crew. Season record: 1-0. Other games prediction: Georgia over Auburn.